We have Michael Mulley up next. He's a photographer, curator, founder of the Queen City Gallery right here in the Market Arcade. He's a friend of mine, and I encourage you to jump into his shop because I was able to pick up an original Beatles Sgt. Pepper album that I got from my mom, and she loved it, so it's a pretty cool little shop there. Michael has spent decades capturing Buffalo's architecture and people through his lens, from Buffalo in black and white to Bygone Buffalo, and his newest release, Allentown, black and white. His work reminds us that photography is its own kind of storytelling about place and identity. Please welcome Michael Mulley.
Hey, thanks everybody for coming. I want to thank the Buffalo Architecture Foundation, Kaylee, and of course Will, and everybody involved. I'm just going to do a quick little run through. This is the image. If you know Buffalo, this is the one that started it all for me. In 1995, I took a picture of this sign. I never set foot in Freddy's Donuts. I didn't grow up in Buffalo. And I started doing the Art Voice block parties, if you guys remember that, and I would sell my rock and roll photos. Well, I had the picture of that, and I started selling it. And then the Harbor Inn. And then the Harbor Inn was torn down in 2006. And I sort of realized the power that my images had to impact people. You know, you see a building, it's bricks and it's steel, and you don't realize that it's important to somebody. Here's a case in point. This is from about 2000. This is one of the first times I ever drove down, well, it would have been Ganson Street on that particular day. Most of these houses are gone. And I did not plan on being a historian, but apparently I am. So now everybody comes to me like I've lived here for 100 years, and I'm like, no, I don't have a picture of your grandfather's barber shop from 1942. But this is another image that I took after I moved my gallery down to the Market Arcade building, and it sort of epitomizes the thing that a perfect photo can do. You know, the line between good and great is very well defined, but it's very hard to reach. This is another image where you don't realize the grandeur of things sometimes until a person says, hey, look at this. And that's what I try to do with my work, where I take, sometimes it's street photography, but a lot of times it's buildings. And those buildings mean nothing on their own. But when you have a view like this in our city, you can't be anything other than in awe of how beautiful Buffalo is. I just really, that's what my goal is to always make the best pictures. And it's a struggle because there's so much of it is cookie cutter and pedestrian. Go in front of building, take picture. Go in front of next building, take picture. And if you don't make a compelling image of something, it's not the same. To me, you really want to build a frame, and you want to, just capture. I use this photo all the time. A lot of people, like a tourist, would go up and photograph the Shea sign and walk away. This photo accentuates the architecture and the form of the building, and of course the builders, the people that build these buildings. We owe a great debt. A lot of times the people, the architects and the landowners and the owners, they get all the credit, but it's the people that build the things. Another couldn't be more regular image. Something about this photo, this is one of my biggest selling images. All it is Broadway on a hot day. Everybody always thinks it's in the morning. It just was in the afternoon. And if you know Buffalo at all, as you're out, there's a valley, and you get too close and you're in the valley and you can't get that image. Here's another one where anybody can go up to the front of the Lafayette Hotel and take a picture. And I always try to do something to bring out, I hate to use the word awesomeness, but the awesomeness of the structures. And that's another one. Here's another amazing double entendre, if you want to call it, where just driving around, and this was taken on Easter Sunday of all things, and I'd gone out with some friends to photograph, and they all left me one by one, and I was like, well, I'm going to go out, and I kept going back. I lost like a group of friends and another group of friends, and I just went out by myself and caught that. Another image. Absolutely a gem of Buffalo. We all know the Kleinhans Music Hall, and I don't really take too many more pictures of it because I feel like I got it. Like once again, photography is great like that when you get it right and it's perfect, and when you screw it up, that blank roll of film. It's another image that I use to kind of teach people about photography without maybe them knowing it. Any other person would have walked up to that building and took a picture of it and walked away. There was something about that tree being in the way. I don't know what it was. Once again, a non-traditional image that is one of my biggest selling, most popular images. This is a brand new image looking down onto Main Street. I just took this one last year, and it really, once again, shows the grandeur and the beauty of Buffalo. And that's really always what I'm striving for, whether it's an old shack down south. I travel a lot down in Louisiana. And going to this image, another thing that happens is things go and things leave us. And when they're gone, the historian in me kicks in, and I go back and I'm like, I know I have a picture of this somewhere. And I had a gallery across from there for 17 years, College Street Gallery, some of you know it. And another image. You think nothing of these pictures. You take a picture of some people in front of a venue that you love, and many people do. And strangely, I only have a couple pictures of the outside of the Continental. I have hundreds from inside. So once again, it's how my pictures make you feel, what it brings out in you. Once again, this is another one. Didn't think anything of it. Took a picture of a rainbow. Okay, now the pink's gone, and then Mulligan's is gone. And now this image that, is a nice image, has so much more meaning, and it's so much more impactful than I could have ever, I couldn't make it. And then this is, I think, one last one, and I just wanted to show a way to capture the modernness of the new part of the museum with the lighting feature and the old part of the Albright Knox building. And just something about that really resonated with people. I'm not really always sure. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Mike. There's really a nice psychology to your photography. I really enjoy your work. It's really, really good stuff.